At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
This is your before and after story. Instead of imagining a rewarding career in medical imaging, Southeastern College can actually take you there. Prepare for a career in ultrasound, radiology, and X-ray technology with hands-on specialized training, simulations, and real-life experience with the latest imaging technology. You'll be ready to play a vital role on any healthcare team. Transform your life by helping others. Southeastern College. Your future is bright. Visit scc.edu to get started.
Damn your eyes! No, welcome back to
And your toes.
and your toes and eyes, knees, and toes.
Anybody got a glove?
Yeah. Welcome back to Shedding Light on Ghosts. I am Joe Dove. You are in the To Be Seen Network. We are Disc Dungeon as we shed light on music and TV shows. This is Shedding Light on Ghosts.
UK.
Yes, Ghosts UK. Thank you for the reminder. This was a fun episode. I am so happy to talk to you about this one. This was, of course, the explanation as to how Thomas was shot, because he's been walking around with this bullet hole in him for the whole series 1 and some of series 2. And now we get an answer to the age-old question: is why the heck is he there, and what happened that he is there? Because they're not a family member. So how did they end up there? So we got to see why.
Is he a family?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. We'll bring that up at the end. But there's also a fun thing with our channel that we want to remind you is that's to like, share, and subscribe and ring the bell. That way, when you chime that bell, you'll be notified when our new shows come out. We welcome you if you came from the Ozzy Osbourne video. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Very sad to see him go. The guy was an absolute legend, but we welcome you to the channel. And we have a lot to talk about with ghosts. And hopefully you guys, since Ozzy was gothic and a rock god, we got to definitely pull you in for the afterlife things that we talk about here on 2BC. Yeah. That covers up pretty much everything. So let us get into this episode. We are talking about series 2. I always forget the difference, and that's series and not season. So series 2, episode 5, the Thomas Crown Affair.
Yes.
A discovery in the house leaves
Thomas Thorne Affair.
The Thomas Thorne Affair. Yeah.
I kept saying that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that in. That's okay.
Pierce Brosnan, I think, was in that. That's
the
remake of it.
Yeah. So the Thomas Thorne Affair, and a discovery in the house leads to Thomas to go down memory lane, but Allison comes to realize memory and reality don't always go hand in hand when ghosts witness and are eager to tell their own versions of events. So this is one of those classic, like Frasier type of telling of a story. Like everybody has their own perspective. And then somewhere, if you mesh all of them, then you get the truth.
Yeah. Mama's Family. You do know that TV show?
Yes.
Vicki Lawrence. They did an episode with Carol Burnett in the first season of Mama's Family, because it was a spinoff of Carol Burnett's show.
There it is.
Eunice. And they did an episode where something happened. Mama got hit by a pan or something, and each character did their version of what happened in the incident. So yeah, I love those kinds of episodes.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorites so far. Like this was better than last week, I think.
Start thinking about what your favorite moment is, because I want us to keep doing that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's get first glance.
Yeah.
We have some exciting news that you guys are going to be able to see below, and we'll get into that as the wrap. But you don't even know about this news. It's breaking right now. It's going to be breaking at the end of the episode, so just don't let me forget.
Hey.
This was a fun episode. It starts off with Mike finding some junk out in the yard where he's cleaning up, and what does he find? He finds the bullet that killed Thomas. And a coin with the queen on it. Yeah, which that was funny.
Funny.
Which queen? Our one. It's Elizabeth. It's got to be old. No, that's our one.
Yeah. Then Fanny's like, what did she say?
She said, "Oh, it was great."
Yeah, she was disgusted, kind of, that he didn't know the queen.
Yeah. Of course, and then he starts telling the tale of, love and betrayal from
Very
this.
dramatic.
Yeah, very, very dramatic. And he's like,
Mm.
they introduce him as like one of the greatest poets of our time, and it's really built up. And he's, oh, thank you, I
Yes,
can't
yes.
take it anymore. And I, Raja. And he like
In the end, and throws it down.
yeah, he was so dramatic.
Yes.
And then Kitty goes, I don't remember it going like that.
Yeah.
And then we get a Kitty perspective and a Robin perspective, and all of them. You get like little inklings, like because Robin, when he comes in, he goes, "Oh, I remember you step in poop, and then you clean up poop shoes and come in, and
the ladies' shoes."
Yeah, and ladies' shoes. That's right.
That made me laugh out loud hard.
Yeah.
Once he cleaned the poo off his ladies' shoes.
Yeah.
I love Robin. I love Robin.
I love Robin's version because he had all the characters speaking like cavemen, and now man talk some rhymes and stuff. Like he like had all of the characters talk very simplistic, which was great. I thought it was a really nice touch.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
What's her name?
Kitty?
No.
Allison?
She got burned.
Oh, Mary.
Mary.
With the lobster hat.
Yes, that cracked me up too. She's just so the way she does her part, it's subdued, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
And I liked her version as well, seeing them floating and dancing.
Yeah. Hers is trippy.
Are we in the thick of it yet?
No. We're still in first glance. Yeah. We'll get into that, but
sorry.
I like I said, I thought this was a great episode. Everybody got involved. This is another one where they pretty much included everyone. There's less from like Pat and Julian, but it's more like everybody else.
Yeah.
But we also got Humphreys involved, which was a lot of fun. So let's therefore get into the thick of it. Yeah, this one gets really crazy. It starts off where the ghost gang is talking about what they'd like to wear now instead of what the clothes they have on that they died in. What alternatives would they want? And Julian just goes, trousers. You don't really miss them until you don't have them. Trousers. I just want any trousers. So I thought that was hysterical. And this is where Mary says, Pat is kind of going through. Well, Mary said she would like to have a dress of seashells all about, and then she goes, but you forgot the lobster hat, and like she just does the hand claws, which I thought was hysterical.
Yes. Me too. I love how she's, like I said, understated, but it's just comes across so funny the way she delivers her lines.
Yeah. And then Thomas said he wanted jeans and aviators, and he's sitting there like, yeah, so they're kind of like, it's seemingly over this type of group discussion.
And Captain, he has no change. He loves how he looks in his uniform.
Yeah, he's very happy the way he is. And Robin, I think he wanted a spacesuit because he was watching all those moons.
Yes.
I want to be on Moon, so he wants to be in a spacesuit, which I think is hilarious. And he goes, I want the one that cools you off. And then, he really got into it. So he's been watching a lot of those videos on YouTube. So, which I think is a great callback to the previous episode. And
absolutely.
So this is where Mike comes in. And of course, he has a bunch of different things that he's found throughout the house, including the musket bullet. And go ahead. What are you going to say? It looks like you're.
Do you find him sometimes hard to understand because of his accent?
Mike or Thomas?
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, no, I don't find Mike hard to understand. Sometimes Thomas is.
Yeah,
but
I watch it with closed caption because I can't understand the word.
So I watch it closed caption because I'm losing my hearing in my right ear. So there's certain, like, sometimes I don't. And I'll have to watch it loud, and then Teddy's handler does not like when I watch these shows loud. Or the kids, when they're home, they're like, oh, Ghost is so loud, because I'm, but my right ear is good. But they move the speaker on the right side up on the floating shelf. So it's like skewed. So I have to either sit in the middle of the couch to hear it perfectly. Or if I'm sitting on the right side of the couch, I have to have the captions in order to really get what's going on sometimes. So that kind of sucks. So Yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about my hearing problem, my hearing loss. Nobody cares. So
Here.
yeah. So Thomas gets into the story basically of how he died, and he fell in love with this woman, and he wanted to, of course, make her wowed, and he wanted to get in good standing with her father, excuse me. And he and his cousin rode in on horses and very fancy. And he was like, wow, you're going to inherit this place. This place is huge. And they were like really astonished by it.
And Thomas was like, I wouldn't want to live here.
Yeah.
What happened?
You're there for the rest of eternity, bud. It's
And this was the first time in UK version where they talked about being sucked off.
Yeah, that's right. And then Allison kept going, departed. Like she kept saying no, like another version. No, I don't think that's the right word. Like she kept like interjecting.
Like Sam and Trevor's like, it's all I have,
Yeah, it's one thing. Let me get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kept going, sucked off, and he got sucked off. And no, like passed away. Like
yeah. I would love to hear Fanny say it, but she hasn't.
No, she hasn't.
I would love to see how she does it because she's so prudish.
Yeah, but she might not get sucked off, so she'll probably say it and not realize. Same thing with like Hetty, she wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
Hetty's prudish, you know what I mean? So anyway, we learned that there was a big kerfuffle, and there's so many moving parts in this episode. Like there's Thomas is in love with Isabel, I believe her name was.
Yeah, I think so.
And Isabel liked him back, but he couldn't directly just go, hey, I really like you, let's sit and talk. And instead it was like, hey, let me give you a note. So I'm gonna give her a note. And he's like, and his cousin goes, oh, I'll hand her the note, and then whatever she responds, I'll hand that to you. And he gets this note, and later on he realizes in the note she's like, oh, I don't really love you, I can't be with you. And he's like upset. And his cousin, there's like some British officer there, and the cousin makes it seem like the British officer is talking bad about Isabel, but in reality he's talking about Mary Shelley's books. And Thomas is like, how dare you, damn your eyes, sir, damn your head, knees and toes, like really gets in it. And it turns out,
I demand satisfaction.
Yeah, does anybody have a glove? And like, so you get this 3 times. You get Thomas's version where he has the glove and he hits him, and you get Kitty's version where I think Kitty and Robin were both like, they didn't have a glove. So he's like, does anyone have a glove? He's like trying to get a glove.
Yeah. And this first time she talks about the other lady who got sucked off. She'd been there about 100 years. Who was friends with Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
she's in later episodes as well.
Right. So all in all, ultimately it leads to this massive duel in the backyard. And it turns out Thomas gets killed. He's doing this paces. He does 20 for some reason, and boom, he gets shot.
Yeah. I think that's in movies and things. I think that's how they always say it: 20 paces. Was
it 20? I thought it was 10.
Maybe. Oh, maybe it is 10. 20 is good.
A
lot. Yeah.
That's why I was like, that's weird. He did 10.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And yeah. And then he falls down, and one version, Isabel comes running and screaming. Another version, it's just his cousin. And then the last version was like, nobody came. He just died. It was like, damn.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
In Thomas's version, she comes out there sitting, she starts making out with him as he's dying.
Yeah.
Sits on his lap.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was like, that's kind of ridiculous, but okay. I was watching it the first time. I was like, that's wild, but sure, Yeah. And then the other versions were like darker and darker. The last versions, nobody came. He just basically died. And I'm like thinking to myself, damn, did they even like pick up his body, or did he just leave?
Yeah.
It's just
damn cousin.
Yeah. And I'm assuming either the musket bullet, I mean, he got shot in the back. So I thought I didn't think it went through him, but I guess it did.
He's got the wound on the front.
Yeah, so it must have gone through.
Out.
Yeah.
Because that's what Mike had to find it.
Yeah. So he just found it. Mike found it in the back. Wow, that sucks. And basically he is now like, oh, he's dying. And then you come to find out Humphreys puts all the versions together because it's like, well, where is he doing all the writing? And then Thomas is like, what writing? It's like, yeah, he was writing notes to somebody. And then it turns out the cousin was fooling Thomas and Isabel because he was trying to get Thomas out of the way so he could get with Isabel.
Did you see the ink on the cousin's hand?
Yeah, at the very end. It's like, oh, cousin. But Thomas never noticed because he was dying. So I don't think he would have really paid attention to that detail. But the one detail he did miss was Isabel was spelled wrong. He's like, I thought she was writing it in a hurry. It's like, oh no, that's terrible.
Oh, and I love the letter. And
oh yeah, this is the first time we see like the personal objects that they have. They can't discard them. They're always stuck with them.
Yes.
So that was the first time. There's a lot of firsts in this episode.
Yes.
So I thought that was interesting. How he tried to get rid of the letter and it would just go poof right back into his chest. So he's forever stuck with his cousin's letter, like ruining him. But of course, that is the gist of the episode. You said my favorite moment of this one.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be. I loved when they found out that Alice and Thomas are related because the cousin married Isabel, and basically that's Allison's distant relative.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore their cousin. He was like, I loved why I like this because he would say, well, our children would be fine. Like they wouldn't be they wouldn't be like that close to the chromosome thing. I was like, oh my God, get over it, bro. Like it's not gonna happen. You're dead. So I found that to be hysterical. That was my favorite part of this episode. How about yours? What was your favorite part?
Mine is when they were talking. It was in the same kind of scene there at the end when Robin says, and you all come from me and my sister.
Oh, yeah. Me and my sister.
Just kidding. And then he turns to the camera like,
yeah.
His sister did do it.
Yeah. They totally came from him and his sister.
I think it's how Robin delivers his lines that just, they could be not the funniest line, but he makes them funny because of how he delivers. And him running through the forest or with the baby deer and
and then like he just went overboard with the deer and they're like, what? Stop! There's nothing to do with anything. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's Lawrence Rickard. He's very, very good actor. He's known for Horrible Histories, and I think that's where most people met on this show. And he is the creator of the show, but you can find him in his last thing is Amandaland. That's the current TV series he's working on right now. He's in one episode of that as a writer, and as an actor, he's in Chicken Town. That was the last thing he did. That's this year, 2025. So if you're wondering what he's up to, those are the things that he's doing. He does a lot of kids stuff. He did Chicken Run. He did We Are Not Alone, which is like an alien thing. He did the newer version of the Tracy Ullman show that ended in 2018. That's as a writer. So very talented guy, very funny. And of course, Horrible Histories. He was in the episode where he played various kings. He was King Stephen, King Henry. He was in the entire run of that show. So if you are a fan of UK ghosts, I highly recommend Horrible Histories because that's where he and the person who played Thomas met. And I'm sure a couple other actors as well from Ghosts will be in there. Actually, the entire cast. I just now that I'm looking at it. So the woman that plays Fanny's in it. Julian's in it. Pat's in it. Thomas, Captain. So basically everybody that you know and love met on that show. So it's like a precursor to this one. So definitely go back and watch that.
And there's a lot of videos on YouTube where the cast do different things. They talk about their bloopers and they're actually reading things in character, but they're not, dressed up. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that the cast did. So I recommend searching for it on YouTube because there's some fun things that the cast do together.
Yeah. So they're I think they're probably really good friends because they've been working together since 2009. So for sure, there's a lot of great stuff that you can go and see and keep an eye out for them because Thomas ended up in Charlie in the newest Willy Wonka movie.
What did he play?
He was one of the chocolatiers that they bribed the chief of police with chocolates, so they have that whole dance number.
Okay,
it's the guy from Doctor Who. there's another gentleman. I don't remember what he was in, and then Thomas, and he has like a whole song and dance number. It's really fun. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
I have to watch that again. I like that movie. It's
I
better
did
than
too.
yeah. I didn't like the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it was weird. I like
okay, but
it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was this episode. It was a lot of fun. And of course, the B plot was Mike trying to get over Allison's ex-boyfriend.
Scared of him.
Yeah, he was scared because he finds out he's like an MMA fighter or a boxer or something like that. And he was like, no joke. And he was in prison. Like every time he finds out a little bit more, it gets worse for him. And he's like, oh man, I can't do anything, you know?
Yeah.
But what I loved is like they both lied to each other about it. Because at the end, she's like, oh, she's like, oh, let's just go out for pizza or whatever. And he's like, oh, she admits to Mike, oh, actually he dumped me. So I was a rebound. It's like, yeah, but you know, he dumped me and whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, all right. And then like, he's kind of like, oh, you lied to me basically. But you know, he kind of was like, no big deal. And then she goes, yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about him. Don't you know Taekwondo?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, sure thing. So I was like, oh, he doesn't know Taekwondo at all.
They're just lying to each other. It's like Sam and Jay. She lied about where she lived. Yeah,
right.
That was a great episode too.
Yeah.
So calls her a thirsty bitch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's like, that's when his girl Shiki or something like that, when they were trying to. Or this
was the first episode we meet Bela and first season. Yeah.
So that's an earlier one. Yeah.
But we're talking about how the cast of Ghost in the UK looks like they're actual friends, not just coworkers.
Right.
You can tell that, and it's the same thing with the US. You can really tell when the cast get along outside of it. It just comes across differently, at least to me. And then you see all these behind the scenes stuff they do, and they do things together all the time because they're up there in Toronto, I think,
right?
You know, without their families most of the time.
Yeah,
and they go to each other's houses. I know Hetty and good Lord, Isaac.
Yes,
they do things together outside as well. And
oh wow,
yeah, you can tell it's like Next Generation. Those cast members were actually
they've been friends for years.
Actual friends, not just coworkers. Where like the other series, not so much. But know, this is about ghosts.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? The funny thing about our series is they don't really find artifacts too often. They did find Trevor's head. And what's that?
They find bodies.
They find bodies, but not like artifacts. So it'd be interesting if they did something like that, like
the watch from Hetty's husband, Elias. They found the watch and they got
on his body.
Yeah,
so they still his body. Like it's always connected to a body. So it'd be interesting to find like because we still don't know how Sasopsi's died. So maybe
that's like the last secret, I think.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get that in the next 2 seasons. They have 6 seasons total, so maybe we'll find out.
Hopefully they stay 22 episodes and they don't get cut because of the new merger.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Because they want to save money.
Yeah, which is weird because it's like, all right, Skydance, you got it. I mean, and it's owned by I think Peter Thiel, which is the guy behind the evil mastermind behind.
That's why they're Paramount just fired all of the DEI employees and closed that office, and they want to have more of a perspective from conservative land. So and I'm actually scared for Ghosts in Star Trek because they are woke, basically. I hate that word because it's being used badly, but my fear is they might start looking at the programming and try to dictate stories that are not necessarily woke.
Well, I mean, a lot of these stories are already done and filming is wrapped for a lot of this stuff. Like season 4 for Strange New World is already done, so they can't really do much about that. Thank God.
No. Yeah.
And I think season 5 is done for Ghosts, right?
No, Ghosts hasn't started they just started because they start earlier. And
so
the other shows do.
So maybe the 6th season will be a little wonky, and the final season for Strange New Worlds will be. But I have a feeling like I can see them selling off the properties to another service.
Yes.
You know, that's what I think is going to happen.
And I've seen people online starting to boycott Paramount Plus and CBS.
Yeah. I mean, if those 2 shows go, I have no reason to hold Paramount. Plus,
No.
it's
Well,
done.
well, I do like Matlock with Kathy Bates.
Yeah,
It's
but
so good.
that show's going to change too. So,
Yeah.
you know,
We'll see how it goes. Maybe they'll leave it alone because
maybe.
as long as they're making money, because Star Trek and Ghosts and Matlock are three of their very, very top shows
True.
on network, which is more important than Paramount
Mhm.
Plus. But yeah, if you look at the top 10 episodes of Paramount Plus, Ghosts or Matlock are always in there.
Yeah, very true.
So hopefully they'll leave them alone.
Yeah.
I liked having all the Star Trek in one place, even the movies, all the shows,
Yeah.
because that's what we were promised. And then they start licensing them off to other.
Yeah, like
streaming
Amazon's got a bunch of them. I think it's got all the movies and certain
Mhm.
series. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if Amazon scoops up Star Trek, in all
Yeah.
honesty. And then
As long
that's
as they
not
don't-
available to anybody.
Yeah.
So,
As long as they
but I
don't
wouldn't
get
be
involved
surprised.
with making the episodes.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jeff Bezos either, but I'd rather him have it than Skydance. Peter Thiel is ultimately.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're not a political show. Let's not get into that. Moving right along. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. So big shocker here.
All right. What do you got?
There's going to be a character we're not going to see next season
In
our version of Ghosts.
oh,
Yeah, because the actress who played Joan, Taylor
Mhm.
Ortega,
Mhm.
she just got a really big show on another network, and she's going to be one of the main characters of that show instead of a background character. So, yeah, she's going to be off the show.
What's the show? Do you know?
I don't know the name of the show. I forgot. I can do a real-time search. She's got 4 upcoming.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, I did.
But you had
too.
me
She's
scared
big.
for a second when you said she. I thought, no, not Hetty or
No.
Alberta.
So they're in pre-production of a Dan Levy, Rachel Sennott Netflix comedy. She's in post-production for a movie called Browntown, and she's going to have a main role in Jackrabbit. That's currently in production. So I don't believe she will be around too much longer. So we can expect probably her to be sucked off pretty soon, I think.
Or just leave because she can roam.
Yeah. Or just leave. She'll like
Be
disappear.
interesting how they do that.
Yeah. She'll just pop up for one episode and that's it. Or maybe she'll get sucked off. One of those.
Yeah.
But the exciting news that I have to share that nobody knew about is we are going to be launching a merch store.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We're going to have more merch than Ghosts the Show.
They don't have any.
Yeah, exactly. You can get Bill's tagline on a shirt. Have a hauntingly good night. And of course, the Shedding Light on Ghosts t-shirts. So we're going to have those available. And then they're going to be linked below very soon once the merch store is launched in the next couple of days. So if you are watching this Saturday, you might not see it. But if you're coming back or if you're watching this during the week, click the link below and get one of the shirts.
You know what? I would die to have a shirt with Hetty on it from the first season when I saw her. When she meets Sam. I know we can't do that, but where she's like judging,
Yeah. We can have a side face of you, and then you could be like judging Hetty.
I did do a tweet out before it became X about that particular because I did one to the two Joes who run the show and to Rebecca. That I had the picture and I sent the picture to all of them. I said, I really want this on a t-shirt where she's just judging everybody, and they all liked it, but they didn't respond to it or anything.
They're probably bound by the whole merger thing, so they probably couldn't come up with any new merch because of the situation that's happened.
Well, they haven't had any since the first season before the Skydance thing was even on.
Yeah, no, that's been in the works. It was going to be somebody else, and then Skydance swooped in and bought it. Because they were very close with another company. I forgot who it was. It slips my mind. It wasn't Disney. It was like another one, maybe HBO. I don't remember, but it fell through. And then Skydance came in and bought it. So I was like, oh, great, because they were making great Star Trek shows. So the Star Trek movies, those were great. We're going to get some really good Star Trek stuff. And then like I saw who was behind it. I was like, oh, no. No.
But places like Redbubble, they do unauthorized things like shirts and posters. But I think if you have like a cartoon version, it's not really.
I'm not dancing on that legality because I don't want to be sued. I have no money.
Yeah.
I don't want to take them my place.
No, I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying
Oh.
I've seen those, you know.
Yeah. I'm not risking that, but I can say
No,
I can
no,
put stuff on a t-shirt that you say. That's not a problem.
Like,
So
Joe is awesome.
yeah, that's a new shirt. Woohoo! So in the vein of that, why don't you take us out?
Hey, everybody. Have a hauntingly good evening.
There it is. Get your shirt today.